Top of the morning, REC fans, and YouTubers out there. This is Dr. Blüeweyes, and I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Not my entire life, but I've been waiting for this moment for about 1 week. I thought it was gonna come yesterday, but it came today. This is Universe's Chun Li versus Tigress. I freaking love Tigress. Sure, Chun Li's pretty hot, but Tigress pretty much takes the cake. I want Tigress to win. She's adorable. I'll get that later. Anyways, this is by Leopold the Brave. Okay, so, yeah. Anyways, let's get right on that.
Greetings, one and all, to universes! In this show, we will analyze the stats, weapons, and abilities of two fighters to find out who would win in a battle to the death. Many people have predicted the outcome, so let's see who guessed right and who guessed wrong. And be sure to stay tuned after the episode so you can see the next fighters and leave your predictions down in the comment section below or with a video response. And who knows, your comment or your video response could be featured in the very next episode. With all that said, let's meet our two fighters. Chun Li, the Chinese cop, and Tigress, the Chinese cat. Yeah, okay, that introduction sounded a lot more clever in my mind. Ugh, mind, what's wrong with you? Anyways, let's ignore that embarrassment and find out who's gonna win. This is Universes. Chun Li was exposed to and interested in martial arts at a very young age. She began practicing Tai Chi and Hong Quan, assisted by her father, whom she was very close to. Huh, a fighting game character close to their father. That's
I
new.
did forgot
Anyways,
that,
Chun-Li continued to learn more styles as she grew, adding in elements of all of them to create her very own unique fighting style. During this time, though, her father vanished, and she became an officer to find him. Doing this led her to the criminals at Shadaloo and their leader, M. Bison, who not only kidnapped Chun-Li's father, but killed him too. Upon hearing this news, Chun-Li immediately challenged M. Bison to a fight where she ended up losing. Despite this loss, though, Chun-Li remained strong and dedicated her life to exposing Shadaloo for the criminals they are to shut them down for good. And with her incredible skills, she's more than capable of doing so. As mentioned before, Chun-Li grew up using a bunch of different styles and incorporated them into one unique fighting style she created herself. There's Tai Chi, Hong Quan, and even a bit of Taekwondo made it in there, as seen by the heavy use of her incredible legs. With those beastly legs of hers, she can kick anyone's ribs in. With the Hyakuretsu Kyaku, Chun-Li can stand on one leg and deliver a powerful barrage of kicks at blinding speeds. Her Hazanchu sends her flipping forward towards her foes to deliver powerful blows, and the spinning bird kick lets her defy the laws of physics and fly upside down with her legs, like some kind of crazy woman helicopter. Take that, Tails! Chun-Li doesn't need to be some kind of freak of nature to fly. If her legs can't quite reach, though, she always has the Kikoken, a powerful blue ball of chi that travels towards her foes. It's basically a Chinese Hadouken. It even has a stronger version called the Kikosho, or the Chinese Shinku Hadouken. Other super moves include the Hoyoksen and the Hosenka, both of which rely on intense and powerful kicks from those big ol' ham steak thighs. I only emphasize their beefiness because of the incredible feat she's accomplished with them. Get it? Thighs. Feets. Chun-Li is strong enough to kick her foes through concrete walls, she can lift and throw a sofa, and she was even able to defeat 5 martial arts masters by herself at the same time. Her Kikoken was strong enough to knock a steel door off of its hinges, but her strongest Kikosho is powerful enough to create a gigantic crater in the middle of the forest. When calculated, it was found that the energy needed to create this crater is the same amount of energy required to destroy an entire town. She's tough enough to survive hits from Sagat, she can survive getting sonic boomed through a wall, and being thrown on the ground so hard by M. Bison that the ground beneath her cracked. Unfortunately, Chun-Li doesn't have much in terms of speed feats on her own, though we can scale her to many fighters in the Street Fighter universe, which should put her at roughly hypersonic speeds and combat agility. She's had a full career as an officer and now spends her days teaching martial arts to children everywhere. But I'm sure she'll be more than glad to hop back in the line of duty once trouble raises its ugly head again.
Love letter?
Can't blame a girl for trying. Not even my sweet message could sway your stubborn heart.
Message? What are the two of them talking about?
The Kung Fu Panda universe is surprisingly detailed and extended beyond just the movies. I highly suggest and recommend checking it out if you have the time. Anyways, Tigress's story doesn't have a happy beginning. As it turns out, Tigress was an orphan and had lots of trouble getting adopted. She loved fun and enjoyed playing, but there was just one problem. She was a tiger, not a cute little goose or bunny like the rest of the kids, so her idea of fun was a bit too rough. She scared off all the other kids and adults, making her feel alone. That is until one day a fearless kung fu master approached her and taught her patience and focus with the game. The fearless master was none other than Shifu himself, who later went on to adopt Tigress as his own. Despite being adopted by him though, she couldn't quite live up to his previous child, Tai Lung. As such, she's dedicated her life to leading the Furious Five and fighting side by side with the Dragon Warrior to make her master proud.
Yep.
When it comes to her fighting style,
She's
Tigress
my
is quite
kind of
unique.
stuff.
She uses traditional kung fu, but with her own animal attributes thrown in. She has a powerful wild beast locked within her focused hands. She's a complete master of the martial art as she uses her claws to cut through her opponents like paper, and she can run on all fours at incredible speeds. Tigress's training has also granted her the ability to perform a perfect split in the air to obliterate stone plates. Over 20 years of her training were spent punching ironwood trees. This training made her hands so strong that she can block just about anything without feeling pain. Her palms became tough enough to match the strength of iron itself. I mean, they were ironwood trees after all. As skilled as she was though, Tigress always had more to learn once the Dragon Warrior Po showed up. She's aware of the whooshy fingerhold and even has a counter for it, and she even mastered Chi. In the Kung Fu Panda universe, Chi is the natural energy that flows through all living beings. It has the power to bring life and even has some healing properties. So I've been talking about the skills her training got her, but what about the results? How tough is she?
This is why
Well, for
I
one,
think
she can
Tigress
toss
can
around
win.
Po like nothing, even though he weighs 260 pounds. Tigress can chop through wood with ease and casually shatter a gigantic rock formation. She's even strong enough to kick a cannon hard enough to make it move. Considering a cannon weighs about 20,000 pounds, that's pretty impressive. Tigress is strong enough to push Po so hard that it created a shockwave and sent him flying at hypersonic speeds, and she can fight evenly with Po in his base form, who's tough enough to survive getting punched through a skyscraper-sized rock. This should also mean she scales to Po's hypersonic speeds, as he can run so fast that his hands ignite, and Tigress herself has survived plenty of deadly situations. She shrugged off getting shot in the spine by an arrow, she survived a beating from Tai Lung, and while it did leave her heavily beaten, she did block a cannonball blast that destroyed an entire boat dock.
Yeah, Tigress.
So she can block
Hope she
cannonballs.
wins.
But what about a
Please.
Kikosho from Chun Li?
boy.
Let's take a look at your predictions while I calculate the results.
Okay.
That was pretty hardcore.
Hey!
Results are in. The winner is Chun Li. I'm sorry, Tigress. You're so cool, but you just can't win. I'm sorry. Anyways, let's see how the street fighting queen takes the win. Don't get me wrong though, despite my reaction to Chun Li's victory, this was an extremely close fight. There are several areas where they seem tied, like speed for example. Tigress can scale to Po, who can redirect cannonballs and move at hypersonic speeds, while Chun-Li can scale to foes who can dodge point-blank gunfire and dodge hypersonic Hadoukens. Then, both have Chi manipulation. But there's a problem. With Chi, Tigress can use healing powers, but it's unknown if it's self-healing. So far, Po's the only one we've seen do that, and Tigress hasn't quite mastered Chi on his level yet. Meanwhile, Chun-Li is able to manipulate Chi into a physical form with her Kikoken. Not only would this make Chun-Li's Chi manipulation stronger, but it also gives her the range advantage as Tigress doesn't have any projectiles. Not to mention, the power of Chun-Li's projectiles is completely insane. The town-level explosion she can create with her Kikosho is way stronger than the dock explosion durability feat that Tigress has. I mean, Tigress's durability still is superior to Chun-Li's durability, but not her attack potency. Besides, this durability is only exclusive to Tigress's hands from punching the ironwood trees. She's been consistently harmed by much weaker body blows. She does beat Chun-Li in experience, she's able to match her speed, but she loses due to a lack of power or unique abilities. If you're still not convinced, this is 100% exactly how Tigress lost to Tai Lung. She had more experience than Tai Lung due to her training the entire time he was locked up. She equals his speed, but ultimately lost to him due to his greater power and superior abilities like his nerve attacks. It's exactly the same as how she loses to Chun Li.
No, it was.
Chun Li would
the last
definitely
one
have
was
trouble
better.
with Tigress in a close-range fight, but her superior
Darn
arsenal of
it!
long-range projectiles would
No!
allow her to play the keep-away game and claim
Why?
victory. Sorry, Tigress, but it looks
I
like
wanted
Chun Li
Tigress to
has
have
the
the
cat's tongue
victory.
this time.
No. Alright.
I can do better. How about ah, Kung Fooey, Tigress lost. Better? Whatever. The winner is Chun Li.
You win!
I
Get ready for the next battle.
What's up, guys? Leopold the Brave here, and
Oh,
now
it's
I'm
Jafar
going to
versus
take a break.
Maleficent?
Whew,
Okay.
I am tired, but I'm not going to leave you hanging, so I'll show you the next fighters that'll appear once the break is over. Just be sure to leave your predictions in the comments, or a vote in the poll, or leave with a video response.
It's time for a Disney duel.
I mean, look at this. Huh.
Leave you hanging, so
Sorry for the lame thumbnail. There are no good Jafar renders. Well, that's okay. I think that's good enough. Well, see ya.